Another one that I want to add to the list is I am no longer saying something is okay when someone is apologizing.
Sometimes you got to let people sit in the stupidity that they try to pull. Let them marinate in it. Don't say it's okay. Just let them sit in it. Hey, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of Elevators Podcast. We're so excited to have you back with us.
That's right. Hey, friend. Welcome back. And if you're back, that means that you are sticking with us. You are kicking it with us. And we love that for us. And we love that for you. So make sure you are tapped in wherever you are listening or watching this podcast. Make sure you're getting all of the push notifications, like, follow, subscribe, and all of the things. Because as you can see, we have been consistent for the past couple of seasons.
We are
okay. And we want to make sure that you are here with us. Wherever you are, okay? Yo, it's kind of hard to believe, but we are middle of the first quarter, okay? We are in the middle of what's going to almost be the first quarter of the year. And once we hit March, then it's done. And I don't know. I feel like the year has been good so far. However, what's going on outside? I'm trying to keep my peace over here and maintain it because everything is just
Girl,
okay.
I think you said it best. Like, I feel like we looked up and we are already mid-February, and it's kind of scary, like how fast time is going. And I think the older we get, the more we are very conscious and selective with how we spend our time, what we're doing. There are so many things that I'm no longer doing in my 30s in this social economy that I don't even know how I was able to do said things in my 20s for so long. But now that we are in our 30s, like we like to say.
Now that I'm in my 30s.
Yeah, now that we're in our 30s, there's so many things that I'm no longer doing or wasting my time on because time is just so precious and it's moving so fast. Literally, in 2 more weeks, we're going to be, in like 6 more weeks, we're going to be at the end of Q1 of 2026. Yeah. We're going to blink and it's going to be 2027. So we have to be very cognizant of like what we are spending our time on and what we're not spending our time on, and making real like conscious decisions on those things.
I agree. We actually need in our 30s t-shirt, sweatshirt, coffee mug. If we do that, in the comments, let us know. Would you tap in and would you get one? I know I would, because we say it all the time. And I think the reason why I say it, Crystal, I don't know if maybe you want to speak on why you say it. I think I'm almost at disbelief that I'm at this age. Not because I'm not happy to be here. I love the 30s, right? I love what's to come. I think growing older is a blessing. As you mentioned, life is so short. I'm not hiding like I'm here for another year. There are some people that didn't make it to where we are and are, not here with us, unfortunately. And it's a reason why you're still here. Your purpose still exists. There's a reason why God didn't say your time is not here on this planet. It's done. So I think because of that, there are lessons that we've learned both together, separately along the way in this journey of life that we want to share with someone that's in their 30s, someone that's in their 20s, someone that's in their 40s, because let's also be clear, we are always relearning, or we're always even just learning some type of new life lesson to help us push through and get to where we need to go. So no one in this life has done this before. This is literally our first go around experiencing this thing. I almost wish we can go back and fix some things, but we can't, right? So I think where we are, there's so many things that we've learned that we want to share with you guys. Some are like cute, funny. Some are just like, we need to be on our Zoom, and just everything in between. So I think this is great. I love this. This is like a lesson, or like an episode I would want my younger self to hear, and even my future self, because it's important for us to know like how far we've come and where we're going, and just the mindset shifts and changes that happen along the way. They're like so important. So I'm proud of us. We're growing.
I always say I'm in our 30s, allegedly. Like, I don't know if I'm really in my 30s. I'm not gonna lie. Allegedly, I'm in my 30s. I really don't know, because the way time is moving so fast, it's incredible and it's incredibly scary. But now that I'm in my 30s, in this social economy, I am no longer overspending on anything. Not my money, not my energy. I'm not giving anything like to the world if I'm not receiving something back. And
Mhm.
it's crazy for me to even feel like that and say and speak like that because coming from, my culture and background, like we don't do things. We're very like, you don't do things for something in return. And now I'm at a point where I'm like, no, no, no. I'm only doing things for something in return because in this world we live in today, maybe not the world my mom lived in and my grandparents lived in, but in this world we live in today, the takers will take.
Yeah.
And that's your money, that's your energy, that's your time, that
Mhm.
is your opinions, your thoughts, your style, whatever it is that you feel like you are giving to this world and you feel like people are just taking from you or the world is just taking from you, they gonna continue to take. So I am no longer overspending on anything that is not actually bringing me a return. Like
Mhm.
I know last year we went viral on like the maintenance category, but even that, I'm like, I have scaled back significantly, partially
Yeah.
because I have no patience for half the things that I used to have patience for,
Mhm.
but also because I'm like, this is silly. I'm gonna do my lashes in 5 minutes in my house for one
Mhm.
fourth of the price. I'm not
Yeah.
overspending anymore. I'm done.
Yeah. Yeah. I also think we have a bittersweet thing to thank for that, and I feel like it's the pandemic. I feel like the pandemic taught us so much about how precious time is. The time that we were all in our homes for those few years felt like a lifetime, right? And in that time that we spent in solitude, a lot of us learned different things that we needed to do, whether it's hair, makeup, nails, whatever maintenance things we needed to learn. That was one.
Mhm.
Also, we understood how precious time was. A lot of, even for me, like a lot of people closest to me lost loved ones during that time, right? Not to, take it there, but just to put into perspective, like what Crystal is saying, like you are very limited on the time that you have here. So whatever it is that you're doing, make sure it's something that you wholeheartedly want to do, right? Because you may not get a second opportunity to do that said thing, and you may not be able to go back and like fix whatever you put out there in the atmosphere, whether it is you gave something to somebody that you can't get back. And that's also something like, don't ever do something or give something that you feel like if you don't have it, it's gonna really ruin your spirit and just upset you, because
Mhm.
then that's something that you also can't get back, is your emotional awareness of that thing. But yeah, I'm with you on that. I think that's also on my list as well, is I'm not doing those things like in my life right now. Like maybe back in the days in my 20s and my, like my late teens, like I had the time and the energy to just do all of that. But no, time is money, energy costs, and it kind of is what it is. Not to be like that, but like it is. I'm like, the
Mhm.
average person's life is what, 75 years old? Like we closer to that than we are on the other
Hello.
side. You know what I mean?
Hello.
So it's just like, baby, if you with me, like we got to be in this where we're both putting something out, but we're both also, equally getting something here. And I think, of course everything has its scenario, but for the most part, you know what we mean when we say that. But yeah,
Mhm.
I agree with you. I love that take. One of the things I feel like I'm no longer doing in my 30s, even leading into 40s, that I feel like I did a lot of in my 20s and younger, is I'm not apologizing. It is what it is. No. And there was a book actually that an author wrote, Girl, Stop Apologizing. Because I feel like a lot of the times we are overcompensating for other people's feelings rather than leaning into how we really and truly feel. And sometimes that comes and shows up as us saying we're sorry for something that we think someone was unfavorable, like something that was unfavorable to somebody else, when in fact it is something that you probably felt or wanted to do.
Mhm.
So it's like, I'm not overcompensating another person's emotions over my own, right? If I really feel genuinely that I did whatever I wanna do, then I'm not gonna apologize for it. You know what I mean? And that could be anything. That could be, if you're taking a new job and your family may not be, in favor of you going to this place or whatever that may be. That may be a relationship. You may be in a relationship that someone's like, "Oh, I don't oh, I'm so sorry that you feel." No. Like, whatever it is that you like and that you love that means something to you, or that you wanted to do just because you wanted to do it, take a trip by yourself, a solo vacation, like, don't apologize for doing something in the moment that you wanted to do to please yourself or to satisfy yourself. Like, you are in charge of your own thoughts, feelings, and emotions. And because someone else doesn't like something doesn't mean that you have to instantly want to apologize to make that other person feel like their emotions are more superior to yours, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that makes 1,000% sense. Think kind of like similar to that, I am no longer giving people access to me.
That's a good one.
And that is on every level, like, not only just, in person and, like, emotionally and having, like, friends close to me, but I'm talking down to the text messages. And I might be late to the game in this sense, but there was a point in my life where I felt like I had to respond to everybody and
Mhm.
every message that I received because I was scared that people would perceive me as, like, oh, she's stuck up, or like, oh, she thinks she's too good, or whatever the case may be, like, just anything. And that was draining a
Mhm.
lot because, just like based on what we do, what I do, it's like people are always going to want to talk to you. People are always going to want to connect with you. And that's great. But it takes a lot of energy to do those sorts of things. So I'm talking like down to the text messages. Sometimes I just won't respond. And
Mm.
it's not because, like, I'm being rude or whatever, like, I'm not even gonna over explain myself, which is another thing I'm no longer doing in my 30s. But
Mhm.
it's just a matter of, like, if it doesn't make sense in the first minute of me reading the message, I'm not responding because 'cause I'm doing 20 other things right now, and, like, maybe I'll get back to you later, but who knows?
Can I say something that you like said that made me think instantly? If you're this person, please don't ever text me. I'm not reading 3 paragraphs, sis or sir or whoever, family member, friend. Don't send me a story, okay? That's an email. Like,
That's a
I'm
group
no
chat.
longer doing that. The passages of text messages that you feel a person should send, that is a voice note. You know, it you just made me think about that when you said that, like the text messages, because I used to be like that. I used to get like anxiety where like even
Yes.
I hate saying it, like I'm driving and it like you get a text notification, you're like, oh, I gotta respond really
You
quickly.
feel
You're
like
like,
you have
oh,
to respond
you feel
immediately.
like you have to respond in an instant. And I feel like you've said this on one of our shows as well, is sometimes you need to process the response. You might need to process what it is that you want to say. And everything doesn't require um a 10 minute or 5 minute or 2 minute turnaround. Sometimes you need a second, and no one knows what you're in the middle of. You could be at work, you could be with your kids, you could be traveling on a plane. Like, no one is owed that. Like, I feel like you respond whenever you want to respond. And I too also agree with the giving access to you point. I think that's something that a lot of people should establish as they're getting older, because your time is so precious, right? So I know I may ruffle some feathers when I say this, but if
Mm.
you knew me in high school, you do not know me, okay?
Mhm.
If you knew me, maybe even my early 20s, you may not know me. We change so much every single day. Like, we've changed so much in the last 6, 5, 2, 3 months since the year started. And
Mhm.
what I mean by that is I feel like so many people try to use that like, "Oh, I knew you back in high school," or "I knew what you
She
used to be." And
changed.
it's like,
You
honey,
did. You did.
I don't even remember her. Like, I don't even like what was she doing back then? Like, I don't remember, because I think people got life kind of like they're out of tune and out of touch, that I feel like because they know you or they knew of you at a certain point of your life, that they do have that access. And no, you do not. Like, you have to be reintroduced to this version of me if I give you that opportunity. And it's
Mm.
not to be mean, it's not to be shady, it's not to be like I'm better or I'm not better. It's literally none of those things. But you don't know what people have endured or gone through in the span of their life from where they are now, from when you knew them back whenever it was.
Yeah.
So it's just like you have to just respect that. Sometimes people may not give you that opportunity to see you. I've literally had people, and I'm saying this because I've had people, whether it's like a DM, I've had people randomly text me. And maybe you can say the same thing too, where it's like, hey girl, let's do dinner. I see you back here. I see you. And I'm like, I haven't talked to you since high school. It's like, huh,
Mhm.
slow down. Savannah, slow down. You know what
No.
I mean? Like, we may not like each other. We may not even want to be in each other's space. And I feel like if certain relationships were supposed to stand the test of time, then there'd be people you'd still be communicating with. And I think
100%.
even more importantly on top of that, I feel like another version of giving people access to you is foundations of relationships that you built over time. And what I mean by that is I feel like, I don't know, maybe it's just me. I think it maybe is a current feeling. I speak to my friends a lot less than I used to, right? And those friends do have access to me, but I feel like it's so important to build your foundation, your friendship foundation so solid that you do not have to talk to people every day. Like, I don't think in this stage in my life, I want to talk to my friends every day because it's not one, I don't know, it's just not realistic currently. Like, I think back then we had so much time in the world. It's like now, baby, I don't even know when I don't need a time to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like, I don't even remember what time I ate lunch today. Like, you know what I
I tell my
mean?
boyfriend all the time, I'm like, we don't have enough hours in the day. Like, this is not real. It's very weird.
It's crazy. Like, my mom will be like, "Oh, did you catch up with so-and-so? How's so-and-so?" And I'm like, huh?
I barely caught up with myself. I'm
I'm
losing
still
it.
trying to catch up with what I needed to do today. But
Yes.
all love always, of course, and the people who know, like, who is your tribe, who is your circle, they understand that we're all just at different seasons of our lives, just going through different motions. So I love that you said that. Okay, something that I am no longer doing in my 30s currently and also leading into the next decade is I have become a homebody. I love being at home. I do go outside occasionally. I'm not going to lie. I do go and have a little fun here and there. But with that being said, I am not leaving my home out of the sake of just going out just to be out, just to say that you've done something. I feel like I'm at the age where reservations are set like days in advance. If we're going somewhere, like, we know exactly where we're sitting, we know exactly what we're doing, like, things are not popping up. And I get it, things happen here and there, right? But for the most part, if I'm leaving my house where I'm so comfortable and where I love to be, I want to make sure that things are in place. I'm not just popping out. Like, I just also feel like as women, we don't gotta be everywhere.
Hello.
We gotta sit down sometime. Let people miss you. Like, why we see you out all the time? You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like
That's a good one. We don't talk about that enough. Another thing is staying for the let out. Not in my 30s.
Crystal, teach them how you Irish exit. They need to learn. There's times where I'm out with
You
Crystal,
better
y'all.
catch me. I'm in and
Can I
out.
explain? I mean, Crystal and I could go at this said place and we come at the same time. Girl, we could even ride together. And I turn around and I'm like,
I'm
Crystal,
gone. Like the wind. Girl, like I
she'll
robbed
have
someone.
her boyfriend come pick her up, something. But Crystal, hey, I just see.
Girl, I'm in and out like a robbery for real. It's just like, let's go handle business and go home. Let's handle business and go home. Cause at home I got more business to handle. like I can't. I cannot.
Yeah.
And I love to show up for people and I love to like go show face and stuff like that and do what I said I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna do just that and I'm gonna go home.
We
I'm not
out.
let out anymore.
Not staying for the let out. We are not at that age. We are not staying. If you are the last, if the lights come on someplace, you've overstayed your welcome. There's a such thing as overstaying your welcome at public locations, at public destinations, and that is just somewhere I don't want to be. I think Irish exit is a flex.
That was okay, the other day. They were like, all
That
right.
we were working, y'all, but that's different. That's a fast food restaurant, Crystal. Don't bring that up.
They're like, you gotta go.
I know. I don't know where y'all gotta go, but y'all gotta get up out of here.
Right.
But yeah, I think sometimes we need to go back to leaving things to the mystery. Like, oh my gosh, have you seen Crystal? Have you seen Amanda? It's been a minute. I've not seen them. Like, I love that. Like, so then when you pop out, it's like, oh my gosh, we haven't seen you in forever. Not like, girl, we just seen you last week.
Hello. Like, you don't get tired of being outside.
So that's something I'm no longer doing in my 30s. I'm trying my best.
Talking about outside, I am no longer saying we need to get together when I know it ain't gonna happen. And I'm no longer agreeing to, oh, let's get together. I'm
Mhm.
not agreeing to it. I'm not. When I know it's
So
not
wait,
going.
when someone says it to you, because you know that's something that the girls always say is let's get together. What is your response to that? Because that might be a good thing. I feel like a lot of us get hit with the oh let's get together or oh my gosh let's get together. And you know what I think it is too. I don't really want to say it's like diarrhea of the mouth, but I feel like we say things sometimes just to be respectful, not
Yes, I
like
feel like we
you know
say it
how like
almost
we
like
say it to be like
we say it almost to be like, "Hey, how's your day?" Like, "We should get together." Like, it's in the same sort of cadence. It's like, you don't even need to say all that. Like, just,
yeah.
"Bye. Hi, nice to see you." Like, we don't even need to do that whole song and dance of, "Yeah, let's get together. I haven't seen you in a long time. Let's do lunch. Let's do brunch." I literally only say that when I genuinely, like, wanna link with a person.
Mhm.
I'm no longer saying that for people who are just, like,
Casual, yeah.
just casual. I'm just not. You know what it is?
Yeah.
Because it does something in my brain. Like,
Mm.
this might just be me, but I hate letting words come out my mouth that I do not follow up on in
Ooh,
the
yeah.
smallest ways. I don't know what it is, but it almost makes me feel like I didn't complete a task that I said I was gonna do. Maybe I should go to therapy about it. But does that make sense? Like,
Yeah.
you get what I'm
No,
saying? 'Cause it just feels like,
especially if
oh,
you
this
feel
is
like
so
you have, like, a
unfinished.
bunch
This
of
is so
windows and you
undone.
just trying to close you trying to, like, close tabs because I feel like you talked about, like, being that type of person.
Yeah.
I think it's okay when you're building and establishing, like, a relationship with someone, that you both equally genuinely want to, right? Because I know that some people are in their 30s at the stage and phase where they feel like, "I have the friends I have. I don't really know if I barely can manage the friends I have. I don't know if I could add any other friends to the group." But I think if you are open
Yeah.
to accepting new friendships and like actually cultivating those friendships, then it's okay to say. But I do agree with you that I feel like we sometimes just say it to say it and
Mhm.
may not genuinely mean it. And I think it's okay, but like realizing that, like, I'm not no longer doing this thing just to say it. You know what I mean? And also,
Yeah.
if we're outside at the same place at the same time, why can't this be us getting together? Why do we gotta get it together outside? What do you gotta say to me outside that you can't say right now?
That's a good point. That's a very good point. That's a good
It
point.
does it just need to be a one-on-one? Because we could move to the side at this at a party. We can have a conversation and kiki. I'm just trying to figure it out. I don't know. So something that I'm no longer doing in my 30s is apologizing for the self-care time I spend to do the things I wanna do to refuel myself. And I know that some people take it as, like, because I know you mentioned, like, "Oh, like, I" like, it depends on what is of interest to you and the things that matter to you, right? Some
Mhm.
people don't enjoy certain things as it relates to self-care, and self-care can look a lot different for a lot of people, right?
Mhm.
I like working out. I'm not apologizing for working out. Some people may be like, "Dang, girl, like, you don't wanna give it a break?" Like, and I'm like, "No, if I don't work out, I might wanna, like, slap somebody." You know what I mean? Like,
Understandable.
so me working out is also, like, a part of self-care, and I'm just using that as an example because it just makes me feel good, right? So I'm
Yeah.
not apologizing for working out. I'm not apologizing for how much time I spend when I go to the hair salon because I know it is a lot of time, but when I have my hair done, I'm a better person. I'm more fun when my hair is done. I'm not fun when I'm not as fun. I'm not gonna say I'm not fun, but I'm just not
Hey, as
as
long as you
fun.
know
Like,
yourself, that's all that matters.
yeah. So I'm not apologizing for the things I need to do to replenish myself because I feel like us women, especially if you have kids, like I can't even imagine. I'm not even a mom yet. I can't even imagine how mom guilt feels when moms take time away from their kids to do things that they know that they need to just feel good about like themselves as a woman. Just like, you know what I mean? Like sometimes you just need to take a step away and say, "You know what? I'm going to do my nails. I'm
Mhm.
going to the beach, just me. Like I don't want anyone else there. I'm going to sit in the parking lot of my favorite fast food restaurant or my favorite coffee shop and just be with myself. And I don't want anyone to say anything about it." I'm not apologizing for it. And no one ever should apologize for that because you can't pour from an empty cup, sis. Like
Oh, you really can. You really
pour into
cannot.
you first. Yeah.
You know what's funny? This is kind of like superficial, but the one thing that makes me feel like refueled is getting my eyebrows waxed and tinted.
That
And I
is not
know,
superficial at
but
all.
because I'm like, it's for months, I felt like I was off. I'm like, ew, I feel so ugly. Like, what is it? This is annoying me. And I couldn't put my finger on it because I was like, it's not the lashes. Like, I already got like my lashes done, whatever.
Mhm.
And a couple weeks ago, I went back to my eyebrow girl who lives in West Bubba, which is why I stopped going to her. And I was like, oh, I got my thing
And
back.
besides,
And I realized it was a brows this whole time.
you might need to give me that brow girl because I literally thought about tinting my brows.
She's so
Literally,
good.
like today, I was like,
She's
"Oh, do
so
I
good.
want to get tinting?"
She's so good. I love her. Yes, I'll send you her. But
There's
yeah,
like a
I'm into that.
chemical. There's like
Definitely.
the endorphins that there's a chemical thing that happens in our brain. Endorphins are released. I'm sure whenever we do something that we enjoy and we love, you
Mhm.
just feel happy about it. You're just like, oh my god, like I'm me again. Like it's I know the feeling, girl. I love it. I want it
Yeah.
every day.
Yes, I love that. And for you, it's a gym. For me, it's like getting my eyebrows tinted.
Yes, on top of the on top of other things, but I agree 1,000%. What's something for you?
I am no longer outsourcing unnecessary things under the guise of it making my life easier or making things
Mm.
easier for me. And I'll give you an example. Like my friends come over and they DoorDash everything. And I'm like, there's a CVS down the block. It takes 10 minutes. Like, and that's just an example. But
Mhm.
me in my 20s, I would be like, it's just easier. Like, just do that. And it's like,
Mhm.
yeah, it's easier. And that's why there's a big corporation making billions of dollars from it because
Yeah.
it's easier, but easier isn't always smarter. And we are
Mhm.
at the age where we need to make conscious, smarter decisions. And even sometimes, like down to having house cleaners. Maybe this
Mm.
month I will, maybe next month I won't. It really just depends on my schedule, but I'm not going to be outsourcing things again under this fake guise of it's making my life easier. I'm just
So
not.
do you think the whole phrase of like the work smarter not harder when it relates to like people using a lot of these I guess services to get things done is also just making people lazy? Like do you think it's like in relation
I
to
think
laziness?
indirectly it's making people
Yeah.
lazy, but I think, to each his own. It really depends on somebody's lifestyle. If it
Mhm.
costs you more money to do it yourself, then obviously that's dumb. But I don't know. I'm also like, there's nobody that busy in the world that can't do XYZ or whatever the case is.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about regular people. Nobody's talking about the 1% of billionaires. Like, regular
Mm.
people, there's no way you're that busy where you can't take care of whatever it is you need to take care of yourself.
Agreed.
I don't know. That's just me.
Agree.
Each his own, though. Everybody's lifestyle is very different. But me, I have noticed that a lot of times I'm like, oh, but this is just easier because I'm like busy doing this, busy doing that. And it's like, no, the reality was I just was not prioritizing my time properly. I
Mhm.
wasn't getting off of Instagram enough. I wasn't
Yeah.
getting off of TikTok enough.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Agreed 1,000%. Something I think a lot of us can agree on as it relates to things we're no longer doing in our 30s is I'm trying my best. And I have to put my hand up when I say this because I am still, he knows, Jesus knows my heart. I'm still working on it. I'm not perfect. And these things that we're saying, although we are, no longer doing it, sometimes we may do it here and there. And it's just a process of learning that we're trying to unlearn.
Hmm.
I am no longer overspending for the sake of a event, for the sake of a vacation, for the sake of just to have it. Like I am very much in my if you have it and it has a tag on it, wear it. You don't need to wait for a specific occasion to wear your nice thing. You don't have to wait for an event to wear your nice thing. You don't have to break the bank just because you're going on a vacation. You don't have to pack a new suitcase full of new things when you're going to a new place. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm really trying my best to not overspend in areas that doesn't require it, right? I'm only like really and truly in this economy, I'm a repeat economy, and in just this part of my life currently, I don't know what's happening. Okay, in this world, I don't know if I'm gonna have to pack up and leave. Like, I just want to make sure
No.
I am saving up for a rainy day. So I haven't, you know what? I have not went shopping in a long time. And when I realized I have not, and when I mean shopping, like, I mean like, you know how we do
Shopping.
girls. Like, you know how
Yes.
we go out, we're getting a couple pair of shoes at this place. We're getting a couple like outfits. I may go to the store and get one or two things. But I mean like I haven't like shopped in like honestly quite some time.
Hmm.
And I realized, and maybe you may need to do this too. Girl, one time I went in my email And I'm Googling, like, not Googling, but I'm searching in my email. I had so many credits to stores. I had Revolve credit. I had House of CB credit. I had this credit because you know how you buy stuff and like if it doesn't work out, you exchange it or you return it because of size. And sometimes I forgot that I did those things. I created a Word document the other day of just credits I had at stores and it was disgusting. I was like, one, some of those stores, which I hate, especially like those UK stores, they give you an expiration date on the money you spent. Like I bought 2 dresses one time for my best friend's bridal shower. I kept one of the dresses that I ended up wearing and one I sent back. It was a UK brand, so I didn't think of it. And I'm like, I had like $200 something. It expired like this month and I didn't know because I didn't go through my emails and I created a Word document and I was just like, yeah, this gotta stop. So I don't know who this is for or if you need to do that thing too. If you have credits at these places, don't buy nothing else.
I'm not gonna lie, that sounds like it's against consumer laws.
Right?
They didn't give that back to you. That's weird.
Yeah, like they give you like a limit on when you were supposed to use your credit. But anyway, like long story short, I'm like not overspending. I'm gonna just see what I have that I have not worn yet. And then also if I have a credit somewhere that I have not used, I'm using that thing. And if I have something in my closet, like you're going to places people never seen you in. So like they never seen you in these outfits, like rewear it. I wore a dress the other night. I'm like, oh, I wore this when I was in Europe for a friend's wedding and I didn't wear it here. I'm like, I'm wearing it. Like it's okay. It's a part of in the name of fashion sustainability or whatever you want to call it.
That's
like
a good one
sis,
too.
save your money.
Yeah, that's a good one too. I have noticed more and more that I no longer shop by trends. Like when I'm shopping now, I'm getting staple pieces that I'm gonna wear over and over and over again. And I don't care if you see me with this top. Mind your business.
Yeah. It's meant to be reworn. We have to wear your clothes. Wear your clothes, okay? It's meant to be reworn, repeated, reworn a different way, like styled up a different way. Like it's not meant to just sit in your closet. Like we need to get out of that space and that habit. I don't care if you're going to the grocery store. Like wear your cute 2-piece aloe set. Don't wait for yoga. Don't wait for like, you know what I mean? Whatever it is that you want to do it because every day is not promised. So remember that. Pull that bag out, sis.
Another thing I'm no longer doing is confusing busyness with productivity.
That's good.
And that's a hard one for me.
That's good.
Because it really takes like identifying what is busy work and what is work that's creating an actual outcome. And that's hard. That's really hard. So yeah, now in my 30s, like I said before, everything has to come with a return. Everything. So if the busy work isn't giving me an actual return,
cut it. It's gotta go. Yo, you know what's crazy? This list can keep going. Like I feel like there's so many things that we can say that we are no longer doing in our 30s as we lead to 40s. I'm sure when we get in our 40s or maybe even the next 6 months, the list may even change and evolve.
It
and
might get longer.
It might get longer. And I think that's the beautiful part of just growing as a person and learning the things that matter most to you and the things that you care about and taking a stand on it and not letting other people's influences identify what that means to you, right? If someone that you love doesn't accept it, if, you know, someone that you care about just doesn't understand how you want to show up for yourself in this world, then it's okay to either reintroduce them or it's okay to be like, hey, maybe this is a seasonal thing. Maybe this is not, you know what I mean? This is not something that is working out for you guys at that moment. And I think it's okay. I feel like it's always good to unlearn bad habits and to learn new good habits. And I'm here for it. Another one that I want to add to the list is I am no longer saying something is okay when someone is apologizing. You know how like someone's just like, I'm so sorry. And you're like, oh, it's okay. Like, I understand. No, because if a person is apologizing for something they did that was unfavorable, that they knew that they had no business doing, we are not condoning someone making bad decisions out of the expense for your feelings, what they may have done, what they may have not done. Like, you need the person to apologize wholeheartedly and hear what they did wrong and be willing to forgive or just be like, you know what? I hear you. I either accept your apology, but no, we're not going to just forgive bad behavior and say it's okay, because then it just makes basically what's the purpose of a person apologizing if you're just going to tell them what they did was fine? There's nothing to apologize for.
Right. Even though I know people typically feel like when that person says it's okay, they know it's not okay. But I agree. Sometimes you got to let people sit in the stupidity that they try to pull. Let them marinate in it. Don't say it's okay. Just let them sit in it. Because that feels 10 times worse. If you tell me you apologize and that person's not saying it's okay, you're like, oh, God, they was really
They're like,
bad.
listen, you kill them with a, you give a nice, don't even open the lips to say yes or no, or just like, girl, that's that hurt. That's that hurt. That is that hurt if you ever felt it. So yeah.
This was a solid list, though. I'm not gonna lie. I would love to know for our listeners, what are you no longer doing in your 30s or even in your 20s? Because you grow every decade, from your teens to your 20s to your 30s to your 40s. I want to know, what are some things you are no longer doing, and maybe I'll implement it into my life.
Right.
Yes. Things get real strict around here. Okay.
Listen, it's a tight program. Okay, we're running a tight ship, dude. I would love to know, honestly, I'm gonna take a step further. If you're in your 40s or your 50s, what are some things on that list that we need to be looking ahead and being like, you know what, let me take heed now. Like, let me really take these things into consideration so I don't have to walk into my 40s or my 50s doing these things all wrong. Learning things wrong. Yeah. Like, so, like, put us on game. Let us know what we need to add to the list. And just things that we should be aware of, because at the end of the day, we are all in the business of protecting our peace and protecting just, our mental in ways that we don't allow other people to come in and just disrupt that, right? So we want to make sure that we are showing up positive.
Yes. As well as learning and growing and elevating and taking that next step in our life. So make sure you guys, if you like this episode or you feel like somebody needs to hear it, let them hear it from us. So share this episode, like, comment, subscribe, leave us a speak pipe, voice note. We want to hear from you. It's anonymous, so be nice.
Yeah, we talk back.
Yes, and thank you guys so much for listening. We'll catch you on the next episode of Elevators Podcast.
That's right, guys. Bye.